Oh, you will, Cynthia said. You better start finding something, unless you want me to tell everyone how the Yankee babe used to sell a cara with her mother beside the railway station. Welcome to Tales by Steph, a home of interesting African stories. Jennifer adjusted her curly wig in front of the cracked mirror hanging on the peeling wall of their one-room apartment. Her younger brother, Ibuka, sat in the corner slicing okra while humming a gospel tune, completely unaware of the storm swirling in Jennifer's head. Today was the day. Her admission letter had come weeks ago, and Mama had sold her only goat to buy Jennifer's box of provisions and the second-hand clothes now stuffed into a borrowed Ghana must-go bag. Papa had been silent for days, ever since he sold half his farmland to pay her acceptance fees. He didn't say much anymore, not since the accident that cost him the use of his legs. But this morning, as the family prepared to escort Jennifer to the motor park, he gripped her hand tightly and whispered, "Shine there, my daughter. Don't forget where you come from." Jennifer had smiled and nodded, but in her heart she already knew where she came from didn't matter anymore. What mattered was where people thought she came from. By the time she arrived at Zenith University, a sleek, high-class private university in Lagos, Jennifer had transformed into a new version of herself. The moment her dusty bus dropped her off at the school gate, she changed her accent. "Hey, can you, help me find the registration center?" she asked the first student she saw, drawing out her words in the thickest American accent she could fake. The girl blinked at her. "Ah, are you a fresher?" "Yeah. I just got back from Houston. My dad wanted me to try schooling here for a bit. He's into oil and gas and stuff. You know, Nigerian fathers and their wahala." The girl's jaw practically hit the floor. "Wow, you're American?" Jennifer laughed lightly. "Well, born in Niger, raised in the States, I'm kind of in between." By the time she found her way to her hostel, her lies had already started spreading. Her 3 roommates, Chidinma, Blessing, and Sandra, were already inside arranging their belongings. They looked up as she entered, wheeling in her borrowed bag with fake Gucci labels stitched on the side. Chidinma, the boldest of the bunch, was the first to speak. "Hi, you must be our new roommate. I'm Chidinma, this is Blessing and Sandra." Jennifer flicked her invisible weave. "Nice to meet y'all. I'm Jennifer, just got back from the U.S. My dad insisted I school here for cultural exposure or whatever." Sandra's eyes widened. "Oh my God, I've never met someone from abroad before." "Trust me," Jennifer said with a smirk. "You're not missing much. Except Chick-fil-A. I seriously miss Chick-fil-A." She tossed her only box of expensive-looking lotion on her bed, hiding the fact that the rest of her skincare kit was filled with repackaged local cream. That night, as the girls chatted about their departments and classes, Jennifer stole the spotlight, fabricating tales of Miami summers, designer malls, and celebrity sightings. She even claimed she once saw WizKid in Atlanta. In truth, the closest she had ever come to any celebrity was the sticker of Tiwa Savage pasted on a Kiki Napep in her hometown. But Jennifer was good, very good. Soon her roommates started calling her J-Babe. People knocked on their door just to talk to the girl from Yankee. Girls wanted her skincare routine. Boys sent her DM requests and begged to follow her on Instagram. Even though her iPhone was a second-hand model with a cracked screen she never let anyone touch. The attention was intoxicating. For the first time in her life, Jennifer wasn't just the poor girl from Ogbomosho. She was somebody. But with lies came pressure. The first weekend, she told them her dad was coming in from Abuja and would pick her for a short trip to Echo Atlantic. Of course, there was no dad coming. She simply hid in the school chapel's back pews for hours, pretending to be away on a lavish outing. She returned with fake stories about jet skis and private chefs. The next time, she borrowed 5,000 naira from Chidinma to buy airtime and send something urgent back to the States. She promised to refund it once her dad landed. The girls never suspected a thing. Weeks passed, and Jennifer's fake life grew legs. She even photoshopped herself into an image of a Beyoncé concert and posted it on Instagram. "Throwback to good times in Dallas," the caption read. Her followers believed her. She told so many lies that she started believing some of them. It wasn't until she ran into Cynthia, a girl from her secondary school who knew exactly who Jennifer was, that the cracks began to form. Cynthia blinked in shock at the sight of her. "Jennifer? From Ogbomosho Grammar School? Babe, is this you?" Jennifer froze. Her roommates were standing nearby, waiting for her to introduce her Yankee friend. Jennifer laughed. "Oh, wow. You look like this girl I used to know in Houston. Total twin vibes." Cynthia's mouth opened, but Jennifer quickly pulled her away. "Girl, you look stressed. Let me buy you a drink." That night, she messaged Cynthia and begged her not to say anything. "Please, my life depends on this." Cynthia agreed, but not for free. And so began Jennifer's dance with blackmail. Cynthia didn't waste time. The moment Jennifer begged her to keep quiet, Cynthia's smile curled like a snake's. "Your life depends on this?" she repeated, twirling her braids around one finger. "Interesting. So what's it worth to you, Miss America?" Jennifer gulped. "Please, Cynthia. I don't have anything right now." "Oh, you will," Cynthia said. "You better start finding something. Unless you want me to tell everyone how the Yankee babe used to sell a cara with her mother beside the railway station." Jennifer knew she was trapped. Cynthia had seen too much. She had been there during the secondary school days, had seen Jennifer get sent home for unpaid fees, had seen her carrying firewood on her head after school. There was no covering that. Still smiling, Cynthia said, "Don't worry. I won't destroy your Yankee fairy tale. Not yet. Just be ready when I need a favor." Jennifer barely slept that night. Lying on her hostel bunk, she stared at the ceiling fan spinning lazily above her. Her roommates were giggling about one guy's Instagram story, but her mind was somewhere else, calculating, strategizing. By morning, Cynthia had sent her first demand, 10,000 naira. Jennifer nearly choked. "For what?" Cynthia replied with a selfie of herself in front of her hostel gate and a voice note. "If you don't want the truth to reach your roommates, find the money. You can beg, borrow, steal. That's your business." Jennifer panicked. She had only 2,000 naira left. Her parents had struggled to send her 5,000 naira the week before, apologizing for the delay. Her mother's message still echoed in her inbox. "Use this one to manage my daughter. Your papa is still waiting for one carpenter to pay him small money." But Jennifer had already used part of the money to buy lip gloss and earrings, Yankee-style things to keep up her image. Now she needed 10,000 naira. Fast. That was when she made her next mistake. During lunch, Jennifer casually dropped a comment in front of her roommates. "Ugh, my dad's friend keeps sending me money I don't even need. I told him my dad just arrived in Nigeria and he still transferred 50,000 naira like I'm broke." Blessing's eyes popped. "Are you serious? A beg? Send me small sugar daddy like that." Sandra laughed. "That's the advantage of Yankee girls, oh?" Jennifer giggled nervously and sipped her juice, praying they'd never find out the only daddy sending her money was Papa, who hadn't sent any yet. Then Chidinma said something that twisted Jennifer's stomach. "Wait, if your dad is in Nigeria now, when are we meeting him? You promised we'd travel with you when he arrives, remember?" Blessing jumped in. "Yes, now. You said he was flying in from Dubai and would take all of us to the U.S. for summer." Jennifer forced a smile. Yeah. He's just been super busy. You know oil men now, always flying up and down. But he said maybe next month. We'll all get visas together. Private jet levels." The girls screamed with excitement. She was dying inside. That night she messaged her distant cousin Zubby, who schooled in another uni and was known for shady deals. "Bros, a beg, I need to run package. Just 10K, I go pay back small. Zubby replied after 2 hours. You want do runs? She stared at the message. Runs? That was not the kind of life she wanted. No, I just need the money, small, urgent. My life day shake. Eventually, Zubby sent her a contact. Text this guy on WhatsApp. His name is Mr. Jide. He dey help girls, but shine your eye. Desperate, Jennifer did. Mr. Jide looked nothing like what she expected. He wore tailored suits and drove a black Lexus. He didn't talk too much. You need 10K? That's small. But I don't dash money. I invest. I'll give you 10,000. And you'll return it with interest. You'll also promote my brand. Jennifer blinked. Brand? He handed her a bag. Inside were cheap lotions and a banner with her picture edited on it with the words, J-Babe Luxury Beauty, imported from USA. Jennifer nearly fainted. You expect me to sell this? Or refund 10,000 naira with interest in 2 days? She had no choice. By morning, she was standing beside the female hostel gate, smiling like a desperate influencer, shouting, Imported U.S. body lotion for girls who know their worth. Cynthia passed by and laughed so hard she almost fell. Ah, Ann, Jennifer of Houston, this your business looks like a shady market. Jennifer ignored her. She sold 10 bottles, enough to refund Mr. Jide and keep Cynthia quiet, for now. But things were unraveling faster than she could patch them. It was a rainy Tuesday afternoon when things exploded. Chidinma had just come back from a surprise visit to a boutique downtown and was carrying a red bag. She flung it on the bed and said, I saw someone who looked like Jennifer in Yaba Market today, carrying firewood, but it couldn't be her. Jennifer froze. Sandra turned. You sure? I'm not O. But the girl looked exactly like her, and I swear I saw her enter a bus going to Oshodi. Blessing shrugged. Maybe she has a twin. Jennifer quickly laughed. Yeah, my cousin looks like me. She lives around Lagos mainland. But Chidinma didn't laugh. She kept staring at her. She was wearing your exact hair bonnet. Jennifer's stomach dropped. That night, a voice message arrived in their group chat. It was from Cynthia. Hello, J-Babe fans. I have a special announcement. Your Yankee queen is about to be exposed. Who wants to hear the truth? Jennifer's heart was pounding like a generator about to explode. She stared at the voice note from Cynthia in the group chat, praying her roommates wouldn't open it. But curiosity always wins. Chidinma played it first. Cynthia's voice crackled through the speaker. Since we're all playing Yankee Babe in this school, it's time for some entertainment. Meet Jennifer Chukwuma, daughter of a palm wine tapper from Ogbomosho, former Akara seller at the station. I have pictures. I have proof. All of you that she promised to take to America a beg, go and buy canoe first, because na river she dey cross with her family. Blessing screamed. Jesus! Sandra shouted. No way! This has to be a joke! Jennifer! Jennifer tried to snatch the phone. That's not even true! She's lying! But it was too late. Cynthia had sent photos. One of them showed Jennifer in a torn green school uniform, barefoot, carrying a basin of akara on her head with her mother beside her. Another showed a younger Jennifer crouched beside firewood, flipping roasted corn. And the final one? Jennifer at the village stream, bathing. She almost collapsed. Chidinma turned to her, voice shaking with fury. You lied to us? All this time? The United States, private jet, whiz kid in Atlanta? I just... Jennifer stammered. You what? Blessing was crying. You told us your father was a diplomat, that we would travel to the States with you. I told my cousin in the embassy to expect our application. Jennifer held her head. Please. Please. I never meant to hurt anyone. I just wanted to belong, Sandra hissed. So, instead of just being yourself, you turned us into your audience for a Nollywood movie? Jennifer broke down in tears. The room was silent except for her sobs. Then Chidinma stood up and pointed at the door. Carry your bag, J-Babe. It's time to check out of this hostel, because no one wants to share a room with a professional liar. Word spread faster than fire in Harmattan. By the next day, everyone in the hostel, boys, girls, even security, had heard about Jennifer from Ogbomosho, who claimed she was from Houston. Someone even printed her photo and taped it to the hostel gate with the caption, "Fake Life Season 1, Episode 100, based on true lies." She couldn't go to class. She couldn't go to chapel. Even the food vendor stared at her with extra interest when she asked for jollof rice. "Abi na jollof rice from Yankee you go chop today?" the woman mocked. Jennifer felt like the ground should open and swallow her. She moved her things into a small storage room behind the female hostel. It wasn't officially allowed, but the cleaner, Auntie Cootie, took pity on her and gave her a mattress. "Now you do yourself," Auntie Cootie muttered, shaking her head. "You be who you know be? For this life nay original go last?" Jennifer nodded silently, hugging her tattered pillow, tears soaking into the foam. That night, her mother called. "My daughter, we sold the last goat today. Your father said we should send you another 5,000 naira for books. Have you registered your courses?" Jennifer burst into tears. Her mother was confused. "Jennifer! Jennifer, what's wrong? Is something happening? Talk to me, nah." She wanted to scream the truth, to confess everything, about the fake accent, the photoshopped Instagram posts, the 10,000 naira blackmail, and the girls she deceived. But her mouth refused to move. She couldn't bear to break her parents' hearts. "No, Mama," she whispered. "I'm okay. Everything is fine." You'd think Cynthia would stop, but no. She went further. One evening, Jennifer returned to her storage room bedroom and found flyers under her door. She picked one. Her face. Bold text, "Fraud alert. This is not a U.S. returnee. Don't believe her." And a quote, "Fake it till you break it." Jennifer nearly passed out. Then came a knock. It was a guy from her class, Tolu, one of the fine ones who used to flirt with her heavily when she was Yankee babe. Now he stood at the door, arms folded, staring. "So, is it true?" he asked. Jennifer nodded slowly. "Wow," he said, stepping closer. "I don't care about all the lies. Honestly, I just wanted to say, next time don't try so hard to be who you're not, because the girl from Ogbomosho was already good enough." He walked away, leaving Jennifer stunned. By the end of the week, Jennifer had deleted her Instagram account. She stopped faking the accent. She even walked into class the next Monday with her natural hair in rough cornrows, wearing slippers, holding a biro, no makeup, and whispered, "Good morning," to the same girls who used to scream her name. Some laughed, some hissed. Some ignored her completely. But for the first time, Jennifer was real. Jennifer stood in front of the class presentation board, palms sweaty, heart racing. It had been a month since her secret exploded like a leaking gas tank on social media. Since then, her life had been a painful routine of whispers, stares, and public mockery. Some students secretly watched her as if waiting for her to try another lie. Others openly laughed when she passed. But today wasn't about them. Today she had to give a presentation worth 30% of her semester grade, and she was doing it alone, because no one wanted to partner with the fake girl from America. She took a deep breath and turned to face the class. Her topic? The pressure to belong, how social media is creating a generation of liars. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. There were smirks, eye rolls, a few giggles, but Jennifer began. "I want to tell you a true story," she said, eyes locked on the back wall. "It's about a girl who came from a poor home. Her parents sold their last goat to send her to school. They believed in her, but she didn't believe in herself." Now the room was quiet. She got to university and met girls who had iPhones, traveled for summer, and wore wigs more expensive than her entire school bag. So, she lied. She faked an accent, created a fake identity, promised her roommates heaven and earth, and got exposed like a fraud. A few people shifted in their seats. She lost her friends, her dignity, her voice, but somehow that shame became her teacher. Jennifer took a long pause, then smiled faintly. That girl was me. Dead silence. Even her lecturer raised an eyebrow. I told lies because I was afraid of being seen for who I really was. But the funny thing is, once the lies went viral, I started healing. Because people finally saw me. And guess what? I didn't die. I'm still here. Someone clapped in the back. Then another. Soon, half the class was applauding. Jennifer blinked back tears, bowed, and walked off the podium. For the first time, she wasn't faking confidence. She owned it. That week, her lecturer called her into the office. "I marked your paper, and I watched your presentation twice," he said, leaning forward. "You have something rare, authenticity. Don't lose it again." Jennifer nodded, stunned. Then came something even more shocking, an email from a digital media blog titled Campus Voices. They wanted to interview her, not as the girl who faked a Yankee life, but as the girl who overcame it. The headline read, "From Lies to Light, How Jennifer Found Herself After Losing Her Fake Life." It went viral, this time for the right reasons. Comments poured in. "I did the same thing in 100 level." Respect for her honesty. "She's so brave. This is the content we need." I used to laugh at her. Now I admire her. Even Cynthia, the queen of drama, posted on her story. "She turned the insult into inspiration." I stan Jennifer didn't respond. She didn't need to. A week later, while seated under the school mango tree, Jennifer's phone rang. "Mama!" She hadn't told her parents anything. But somehow, they knew. Her mother's voice was soft. "Jennifer, we heard. A neighbor showed us one article on Facebook. I cried, oh, not because of what you did, but because of how you came back from it." Jennifer covered her mouth to stifle a sob. "I'm sorry, Mama," she whispered. "We love you," Mama said. "Always have, always will. But promise me, no more pretending." "I promise." Jennifer stood in her black gown, holding her certificate. No Gucci, no fake designer bag, no fake accent, just her, natural hair tied in a scarf, clean sandals, and a proud smile. She graduated with second-class upper, had built a modest skincare blog based on local African products, not fake U.S. brands, and had spoken at 4 youth events about social pressure and identity. As her parents approached her in the crowd, her father now walking slowly with a stick, and her mother in her best wrapper, Jennifer ran and hugged them tight. "You did well, my daughter," Papa said, his voice trembling. "I only did well because you raised me well," she replied, crying. And as camera phones clicked and people clapped and fireworks burst in the sky, Jennifer finally realized something. Being real may not give you the loudest applause, but it gives you peace, and that she had earned. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.